The Euro Step is the ultimate move to destroy big defenders and use in transition. So in today's video, we're going to break down all the small details and the basics all the way to the advanced variations of the Euro Step. And make sure you guys stay tuned to the end of the video to watch that specific Euro Step variation that every elite NBA guard destroys defenders with. Now we're going to dive into what a Euro Step is in the most basic form. But before we dive into that, we have to go over what a regular layup looks like, right? So with our regular layup, we're going to drive. Let's say I'm a right-handed person. I'm driving, I step and dribble with my left. At the same time, I go to pick it up. I get 1, 2, I go finish my layup. So I'm taking 2 steps forward in the same direction. With my Euro Step, my last 2 steps are going to be in the opposite direction of each other. So I take my first step with my dribble, right? Dribble, I'm driving, I go to pick it up, I get my 2 steps. Now I step to the side, to the right side or to the left, whatever it is, but I'm stepping to the side, 1. Now the defender shifts, they might try to block the shot. Now I take my second step around that defender and then I can get to my finish. So I'm taking 2 steps in opposite angles. Now, when it comes to the Euro Step, a lot of beginners struggle with the distance that you're supposed to cover with your footwork. So let's say the chair is my defender. A lot of people struggle with actually getting around the defender, right? So they'll drive and they'll take 2 small steps, 1, 2, but they stay inside that defender's frame, right? We need to get outside that defender's frame. So when I drive, I need to step here so they can bite on it, but now I need to get outside the defender. So if I just take a small step here, I'm still in front. I need to get to the outside hip, so now I can jump to this side and then finish. And that's a big distance that you have to cover. So it's actually a full push or kind of like a jump to get to that next leg. It shouldn't be a small step. So I'm here, I take my first one, then this one's a big jump to get to the outside, and now I can finish with either hand that I need to. So an easy drill to help you guys perfect the footwork first, because this is the beginner version, is just to grab a chair, get right close to the block, or if you only have a chair, grab a trash can or something that's wide enough, 2 shoes, that's gonna force you to stay accountable to getting outside, right? I want you guys to start in close to the basket. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take one step with your inside step and then dribble with your outside hand. So right now I'm on the left side of the floor, so I'm gonna dribble with my left hand, step with my right foot. From here, I'm gonna step to the left, get that defender to slide, but now I gotta push back to the middle, and then I can finish with either hand that I want. Because this is the basic version, like I said, I really want you guys to focus on the footwork and the timing of everything. So it's dribble and step, pick it up, 1, 2, and then finish. If you guys want to progress this, just back up and then drive into it full speed. So down in the comments below, I need to know, who do you guys think has the best Euro Step? And not just the person who does it the most, but the one who actually has the best Euro. So they might not do it the most, but it looks the best. They get the most players with it. They're actually able to dunk off the Euro. Something like that, where they have the best Euro Step. I need to know who you guys think has it. Now we're going to dive into 3 different variations of the Euro Step to help you guys advance this move. So with the next one that we're going to dive into, it's the Panoi step to the Euro. The reason why we're starting with this one is because it's really similar to our basic version. So what we're gonna do to get set up is the same thing. We're driving towards the basket, ball in my right hand. I take that step with my left foot because I'm driving towards the rim. When I go to pick it up, I'm going to pump fake on my first step, and I'm stepping outside that defender, okay? So I'm driving here on my first step on that pickup. It's a pump fake. That defender is going to jump to try to block the shot. I keep the ball high as they run by my body. I just step around them to the side and then finish. If I were to pump fake here on there, when I go to take my next step, if I were to take it forward, they still might be in front of me because they went to go block the shot. So when I step here, I might get blocked. So we can add a Euro Step to this same finish. So I take my dribble and step, pump fake, they fly by. This time I jump this way. On my second step for that Euro, I create more space with that second step. So now they're gonna have to do something acrobatic in the air just to try to block my shot, because I'm now over here. They're gonna have to swing all crazy, but then I just finish on the other side of the rim. I need you guys to remember, it's still 2 steps, the same 2 steps. The only thing that has changed is I'm picking up and I'm pump faking on my first step. On the basic version, the very initial version of the Euro Step, it's just a step and dribble. I pick it up right here, take that step, 1, 2, and then I finish. Now we're adding a pump fake for the Panoi Euro Step. So it's dribble and step, pump fake, I pick it up high, and then I step around that defender, and then I finish. So remember, it's not a travel because I still take those same 2 steps. So for this drill, to help you guys work on that Panoi Euro, we're gonna start in the middle of the floor, right at the free throw line, so right at the nail. We're gonna get nice and low. The reason why I wanna start here is because I wanna see you guys add a little speed to it, because speed opens up flaws and you guys might mess up your footwork, so I want you guys to really train that. So we're gonna get nice and low. We're ripping, swinging that inside leg through first, taking that dribble. That is super important because now that's going to set up the rest of the Euro step, because it's gonna keep your guys' flow. So it's rip and dribble here. My next step is when I go Panoi, and then I'm going to Euro over. On that Panoi, I wanna keep that ball high, right? So I took that dribble, then I go to that pump fake, keep that ball high, slide by the defender on that Euro step, and then go finish. If you guys aren't as tall or have long legs, you don't have to start the free throw line. You guys can start a little closer to the rim, but the concept still stays the same. Rip, dribble, step in Panoi, Euro, and then finish at that rim. Now, a very important but small detail is your pacing with the Panoi Euro. I don't want you guys to rush or blow through it. A lot of you guys are just gonna try to speed through it and just focus on the footwork and see if you're doing it right. Pacing plays a huge part to this. So as I take that drive and I go to that Panoi, I don't wanna just try to rush, boom, boom, and throw the ball at the rim. You need to actually slow down just a little bit, see that defender go through. Now you have that space, and now you have time to actually focus on the finish. If you rush through it, you're just gonna throw the ball at the rim and probably miss, because it is a lot of detail going into this move. So slow down just a little bit after you take that Panoi, and then focus on that finish. Now we're going to dive into the second variation to the Euro step, which is honestly one of my personal favorite variations, the Dribble-Jab Euro. The reason why it's one of my personal favorites is because it's a good counter to the basic version of the Euro step. So when you play against higher level players, they can see the Euro kind of coming because they know how to do it. They've been playing against it for a while, so they can time it out, they can block it, they can steal the ball. So if you're a beginner, basic version will destroy defenders. If you're a little bit more advanced, you might have a little bit more of a struggle using this, the basic version, against elite level players. So the Dribble-Jab Euro is going to open up another level to your Euro step. Now we're going to dive into how we actually do the Dribble-Jab Euro. How we set it up, same kind of way. Starting off with our right hand, we're driving downhill, we're attacking that rim. So we're taking that first step and dribble with that inside leg. So right hand dribble, left foot step. This time, instead of picking the ball up 1, 2, we're gonna take another dribble, right? So we're going here, drive, step. Now we're getting into that dribble jab. We're going to jab this way. That's gonna set that first Euro step up that everybody knows. So when you see you step this way, they're already baiting you, so now you can go this way and they can block your shot. So when you take that dribble jab here, you just took a dribble. So now you have 2 steps after, whereas before you took your dribble here, you picked it up, 1, 2, you're done. But what you did now is you dribbled on that first outside step to get them to shift. But what they know is you're probably coming back this way. So what can happen is you took that dribble, that's a live dribble. Now you can pick the ball up, step, step, and then finish. So essentially you almost get 3 steps with a regular Euro step, right? Whereas the regular Euro step is 1, 2, now you're adding in an extra step because you took that dribble, right? So I'm driving downhill, 1, I'm getting into my Euro, dribble, step, step, and now I can finish. Now we're diving into the second way we can do that Dribble-Jab Euro, right? Setting up the same way, attacking downhill, stepping and dribbling at the same time, still flowing with it. Now when I get into that first step with that dribble, it's dribble jab this way. Now they're baiting you to go this way. You take that first step, you pick it up, but now instead of stepping back this way, you take 1 more here, and now that creates more space going that way, and now you can get to a finish, right? You get to a hook shot, maybe like an inside hand float or anything, because now you've created more space this way. So what happened was you took that jab here, now you jump this way, but they only covered a certain amount of distance. Even if they knew it was coming, you get to take 1 more step and then finish. So you still take an extra step outside that defender's frame, create that space, and now you can go finish. So we're gonna add just a little bit of handle to challenge this drill just a little bit. You guys can start on the wing. Now, the ball's in your inside hand. So right hand, left wing, my right leg is forward. I'm dribbling over top of my leg 3 times. 1, 2, 3. From here, I'm pulling this right leg back and I'm going between the legs. After I go between my legs, I gotta step my left foot out, one, between the legs this way. Now I'm driving downhill, then I'm gonna get into my dribble jab. Once I get here, I'm jabbing to the inside on that bounce, stepping out, 1, 2, finish. Work on that for a couple reps, handful of reps. Now same thing, get downhill. This time when I get into my jab, it's jab this way, 1, 2, and then finish at that rim. I want you guys to work on this, get 10 to 20 reps, finishing in different ways, but making sure you're really working on that footwork. So our last version of the Euro step, this is going to be the variation that you'll see every elite NBA player uses, and that is the bump Euro. So I want you guys to go back to the basic version of the Euro step, how we did it. We dribbled, picked it up, 1, 2, and then we finished. The concept is the same, but this is used against the player that's actually guarding you. So you're not Euro stepping somebody who slides over and help side, you're Euro stepping the person who's on your hip as you're driving to the basket. So on that dribble, right, that step and dribble at the same time, right hand dribble, left foot step, that defender's on you, that's when you wanna bump them. So you wanna bump them on this dribble, that's a bump, they go flying by, they try to block your shot or whatever it is, you bump them, but now you take one regular step in front of you, and then you take one big step to the inside. So now you create more space going laterally, and now they have to do something strange to try to block your shot. So you're driving hard, bump them, regular step, one big Euro to the inside, and then now you can finish at the rim. Now, when it comes to the bump Euro, I want you guys to be able to place the ball in different ways. So let's say you're driving and you take that bump on that first step and dribble, you bump them, sometimes that defender is not gonna jump. They might just swipe at the ball because you bumped them and now they're gonna run out of bounds. They're just trying to get a last second steal where the ball runs off your leg or something. So if you bump them here and you pick it up right here, now they might be able to steal it. So I want you guys to be able to pick it up high or low. So it's bump, then go up top like you're gonna do the Panoi, take that second step and then finish. Or keep it low, right? So you take that bump here, now you swipe it low, get into that Euro, and then you can finish. So you're trying to protect the ball from any last second swipes where it can bounce off your leg and now you can't finish. So a good drill to help you train this bump Euro is we're gonna start at the elbow, right? When we start here, we're gonna bounce the ball with our outside hand. So I'm on the left elbow, I'm gonna bounce it with my left hand. Once that ball bounces, it's gonna float down. Once it gets to about this height, I wanna try to take it and split between the legs, right? So I don't wanna get it at the top. I wanna let it drop a little bit. So as it drops, I can take advantage of that momentum and take off. Splitting my feet, so when I split my feet, I hit off the floor and now I'm driving fast. Now I have a lot of momentum going downhill. When I go between the legs, my first dribble out of it is going to be the bump, right? From that bump, now I take my 1, 2, and then I can finish at the rim. Again, if you're smaller, step in just a little bit from the elbow so you can actually get to the hoop. If you can get to the hoop from the elbow, I want you guys to start here. So it's bounce, split, bump, 1, 2, then get to the finish. The reason why we are training this move in this way is to help you guys work on being able to make this move in tight spaces off of quick moves. Too many people know how to do moves only with a long runway in between them. So they know how to drive down, let's say they start at half court, it's a fast break. They see the person all the way down, so now they have time to think about the move. They know which direction they're gonna wanna go because they have all that space. But sometimes you guys don't know how to make these moves in tight spaces off quick reads. So this quick between the legs, once you drop quick, you're gonna have to get into the move fast, feel that defender bump, now you can make that move. So we have broken down the Euro step and 3 extra variations so you guys know how to destroy defenders. What I want you guys to do next is to go work on these moves, record your guys' selves, post it on Instagram, TikTok, tag us in it so we can see you guys work on these Euro steps.